Hello, Arizona. My name is Ligia with INtouch Senior Services. We're here with a special guest. Some of you know her, some of you don't. Well, we're going to talk about financial options in assisted living and what your options are. Now, Diana Muresan has been here to the ALHA conference. For those who went, the Arizona Assisted Living Homes Association, again, specializes in assisted living homes, residential. And Diana, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell them that what you do, and for many of you know her, she's been to the ALHA conferences, to the Need for Speed conferences. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, and then I have some special questions for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Diana Muresan. I'm a federal lender based in Chicago. We close in all states. I'm a mortgage banker since 2000, and I specialize in assisted living for the last 6 years.
Very nice. So one of the things that we want to bring to light and give education in this video. Now, I personally have purchased and refinanced my assisted living homes with her. So we want to give you guys some knowledge and some education on what options you have. So tell me, what financial options do assisted living homes have?
So briefly, you have three major types of financing. You have commercial and SBA, where mostly the seller has to show the financial and qualify, and then you have conventional, where the buyer has to qualify, right? So SBA commercial is the business or the property that needs to qualify, conventional is the buyer. And then random, rarely you're going to see hard money lender, which be aware is not regulated by anybody, so you need to make sure you do due diligence and perhaps have an attorney to help you write the contract, right?
Okay, so it's tax season right now. So why is right now a good time to refinance?
So it's not that it's a good time, but it will be a good time to refinance later in the year. But during tax season, usually what we do, we have people waiting from the previous year where we look at the draft and we guide them if the tax are properly structured, if the accountants are familiar with assisted living. And if you plan to refinance or purchase this year, you ideally want your banker, whoever your banker is, or you can reach out to me, make sure your banker reviews your draft and make sure those taxes are properly structured. And a couple of things to keep in mind. So everybody who purchased since or refinanced since March 2022 when the interest rate went up until later in the year, everybody will try to get back at the table to refinance, right? So either perhaps you have an SBA loan, which you at the 10.5% interest rate, or you just have a high conventional loan because you perhaps refinance or purchase, time comes to refinance. So you need to make sure you actually are in good company. And one thing to keep in mind, I see this time and time again in Arizona, we're actually really surprised that most of the providers don't know that if you have a state-paid patient, that income is called 131, which is non-taxable. And I just come across 3 providers at the conference that were not aware, and they were really surprised. And we're talking about 90, 100, 120,000 per year of non-taxable income that you just realize that they have paid taxes for the previous years. So something to keep in mind. Whoever your banker is, show your draft. If you plan to purchase or to refi, if you just close a commercial SBA loan on a residential property, that's temporary financing. 2, 3, 4 years on the road, you're going to refinance. Make sure you line yourself with a banker who has experience. And when we say we have experience, someone that can walk the talk. So let's say you buy or you purchase a property, asking is free. You're a seller, you have a pre-approval in your hand and you don't know who to accept. Ask the lender to provide a few appraisals on assisted living. Either it's a conventional loan, a SBA loan, or commercial. Ask them if that particular loan, if they have experience with assisted living. Otherwise, you find yourself trying to sell a house for a month and you cannot, and buyers don't know why you're not selling. That's going to affect the property, the marketability of that property negatively. So something to keep in mind.
So we said all of that to say that Diana Muresan is the most intelligent when it comes to purchasing and financing assisted living homes, not just in other states, but here in Arizona. So many people ask me, does she work in Arizona too? Do you have a facility in here in Arizona?
We have a huge office in Scottsdale, but mainly I created my own department for assisted living. I'm based in Chicago, but we're a federal lender. The only probably a couple of mortgage banks in the US that are federally chartered. The rest of the banks are state licensed, which means a banker, just like a realtor, is licensed in that particular state. And sure, they can pick up as many licenses as they wish, right? It's hard to entertain these licenses in other states. But we are a federal lender, which means we close in all 50 states.
So for all of you private-owned assisted living homes and all of you investors that may be interested in refinancing because you had a commercial loan or you want to purchase, please reach out to her. It is amazing how life-changing it is when you go through her. It really is. And again, you need to know your options. It is possible to have a conventional loan in assisted living homes.
Yes.
So again, you will find her contact information below. Please reach out if you have any questions. If you can't get a hold of her, which I doubt that will ever happen, reach out to me.
You do not need to hide the patients. The appraiser will know it's an assisted living. That's the most important aspect. You do not have
People
to
don't do that.
You do not need to remove the business of Google and hide the patients.
That used to be a thing back in the day, but it's not necessary. During the appraisal, they know it's an assisted living home. Again, she does it the right way. Thank you so much, you guys. Again, the link is below. You can reach out to her directly, and good luck.
Thanks a lot, everyone.